Hello friends and welcome into the Cowboys Report. I am your host Tom Downey, wearing clothing provided by our good friends over at Kashiyama. If you want one of your own suits, go ahead and text Mick. She's a great setup there. She is fantastic. 214-448-9037. We're going to kick off today's show with some Cowboys news and some rumors on the news side here. A little bit of practice squad shuffling. I think it's every day they're shuffling is what the kids are saying these days. The Cowboys waived Jordan Shun on Tuesday. That opened up a roster spot. So they bring up linebacker Chris Covington, who, much like Jordan Shun, can help on special teams. That's kind of the start there for what the Cowboys were doing in terms of adjusting that roster. I am maybe a little bit surprised by it. Shun has not yet been reassigned to the practice squad. The initial report was that that's the plan there. But instead of putting Shun on the practice squad, what the Cowboys did was, because Shun was on waivers on Wednesday and Mike Weber's hurt, there's no remorse, only had two backs out there, they brought back a familiar face in Darius Jackson. He has been added to the practice squad again because Shun was still on waivers, thus not able to actually practice with the team. Now, Zeke and Pollard were the only healthy backs this year, or only healthy backs on the team right now, not including the fullback. That is Jameez Olawale. So those are the only two guys out there that are healthy. Weber has a knee injury. He's not practicing right now. So the Cowboys needed a body just to get through practices. So they bring back Darius Jackson, who, guess what? He happens to know the offense very, very well. All right, guys, make sure you are subscribed to us here on YouTube for breaking news, highlights, news, rumors, mailbag, like the one we got coming up here in a little bit. So make sure you're subscribed. The link there is below if you need it. I would venture to say most of you guys don't need it because you're already on YouTube. But if you're watching on Facebook and want to get the YouTube side of things as well, the link right there is below, youtube.com/Dallas Cowboys Report. Let's move on now to a big rumor that one you guys have mentioned quite a few times, and I understand why there. Let me shout out here Christopher, who queued this up perfectly. He says he wants to trade Taco Charlton. Well, let's break down what's going on with the latest on a potential trade of the Cowboys' former first-round pick. Now, I will make note, Robert Quinn is set to return after Week 2. So after this upcoming week, the Cowboys have to clear up a roster spot. Somebody's got to go, barring injury, to make room for Robert Quinn on the active roster. Now, Brian Broaddus reports that the Cowboys spoke with one team in particular about a trade. He did not mention the team because he didn't want the trade talks to fall apart there. But the intriguing thing to me is that the trade talks reportedly focused on not a pick like Rob says in the comment section, but on a player-for-player swap, which I find very, very interesting. Now, this is where the Cowboys' defensive line depth chart sits right now. You go pretty deep at defensive end. You have DeMarcus Lawrence, Robert Quinn, Kerry Hyder played a ton, Dorrance Armstrong, Joe Jackson were all active. Taco was not active in Week 1. And then Tyron Crawford will throw him in there as your type of flex player. So although I don't know which team called about Taco, I put together 5 that I think kind of makes some sense. The Detroit Lions could use some more 4-3 defense, and I focus mostly on 4-3 players, by the way. The Colts have some ties to the Cowboys regime, looking at you, Matt Eberflus, their new DC. The Dolphins have literally nobody at pass rusher. They might as well trade a late-round pick and see if they get lucky. Like, upside-wise, what if they send a 6? That could work out there for it in the end. The Chargers could use some added depth, and the Bucs don't run a 4-3. It's kind of more of a 3-4, 4-3 hybrid, but they need pass rushers too. So I'll let you guys chime in here in the comment section, and I'll wait for these votes to flow in as well. I should say these comments to flow in as well. What would you want back for Taco in a trade? Let me know in the comment section. Sebastian says Carl Joseph for Taco. Raiders hang up the phone. They're not going to do that one there. I see other people throwing in teams in there. Let me know what you guys would want in a trade for Taco Charlton. My thought here, if you can get a 5th-round pick, that's probably as good as you're going to end up doing. Someone says DT. Gold Fox says 5th or a 6th-round pick. Don says a 3rd. You're not going to get that. Dude wasn't even active last week. A 5th-round pick, I think, is about as good as you can hope for at this point. If you get a 5th, great. If you get a 6th, I do it. Someone says, haha, Clinton Dix. All right, Tom Jasper's just trolling right now, so I appreciate that one there. Someone says a safety or 5th. That's probably your upper echelon there, Leroy. But let me know what you guys think. Keep those coming in the comments section. All right, guys, I am once again rocking this awesome Kashiyama suit. Here is how you can get one of your own. Go ahead and text Mick She got me set up with this suit. It fits perfectly for me. Go ahead and text her at 214-448-9037. You don't have to call in and wait to get an appointment. Instead, just text her. She'll text you back. She's waiting, so if you text her now, she should get back to you real quick here. No more waiting on hold for appointment. Instead, just text it and you get it done there. Again, text Mick at 214-448-9037. These suits, by the way, for Cowboys Report watchers only, get them for $300, which is the normal price for the mediocre suits you get at the national chains. Instead, get a custom-fitted one from Kashiyama. So go ahead and text Mick, 214-448-9037. More trade talk here. This one's on Joe Looney, and you'll pardon my anger that might come up over these next couple of rumors here because they bother me. So Bleacher Report says the Cowboys should trade Joe Looney because they need the extra money to extend Dak and Amari, which we've been over like a dozen times by now. The Cowboys are fine with money. By the way, don't underestimate the value of good depth. We were all pretty glad the Cowboys had Joe Looney last year when Travis Frederick was unable to play. Now, yes, trading Looney would save about $1.5 million in cap space. Here's the thing, though. First off, Bleacher Report said it was higher because they can't do math, apparently. Second off, I don't know if you're going to get proper value for Joe Looney. Like, if some team says, you know what, here's a third-round pick, okay, I'll have that discussion. But I think Joe Looney is your best interior backup offensive lineman. Frankly, maybe your best outright interior or just your best backup offensive lineman ahead of Cam Fleming. So, God forbid, Travis Frederick gets hurt or regresses or whatever, has another flare-up, you need Looney. If Zack Martin gets hurt for an extended period of time, I'd actually put Looney over Su'a-Filo. So, I know we always like to trade people. I say you keep Joe Looney. So let me know in the comments section then, and I know you're going to pick like the same 4 people, but it's fine. If you could trade any Cowboys player and you get proper value for them back, i.e. the better player, the better value you get back in exchange, who are you trading? Let me know in the comments section, and I will shout some out here as they flow in. I know that the 2 most popular ones are going to be Taco, like Dustin put in there. That's not a surprise to me. And then Nasir also put in Jeff Heath. I can't say I'm surprised. Those are really... Someone says Anthony Brown, which you actually, I think, would get pretty good value back, but I like having depth at corner, so I'm open to that one. Someone said Jones, which I assume means Byron. I don't like that one all that much there. Most of these votes, no surprise here, are Jeff Heath and Taco Charlton. Next up, the Dak extension, guys. I am sorry to report that we are now also, just like we were for the Ezekiel Elliott situation, we are now once again in Schrodinger's extension for a Cowboys player. Because you got Jerry Jones saying the deal is imminent. You got Stephen Jones saying, well, Jerry's got different definitions of the words imminent. You got Mike Freeman, the softest man on Twitter, on Bleacher Report, saying the contract talks have slowed, but both sides expect the deal to get done. And then you got Yahoo, Charles Robinson, he of the I'm not speculating, I'm reporting fame, that the Cowboys were pricing out an insurance policy for Dak and a new deal just to help in case Dak gets hurt after he signs that extension there. But a good note that I like from Robinson is that the years versus the money is the apparent issue. Now, maybe you saw the article he wrote. He did kind of get one important thing wrong. He kept saying it was a 6 versus 4 years thing of control, which doesn't make sense. It's either 5 versus 4 or 6 versus 5. Because he counted the current year for Jared Goff as a year, but didn't do the same thing for Dak Prescott. That's not how it works. That's totally misleading there. But think about it from Dak's perspective. The Carson Wentz, Jared Goff deals, because they had their 5th-year team option, much like the Zeke scenario, this year and that 5th-year option count before the new money even kicks in. So it's 6 years of team control. Both of those deals were 4 years. Maybe that's why you could see a 5-year deal for Dak Prescott. And remember, Dak did not hire CAA to take substantially less money. Dak hired the biggest agency in the business to get the bag. So maybe he only wants a 4-year deal, so it's 5 years of team control, and then all of a sudden he can get back in the market again when probably the salary cap rises at even a higher rate. So here's a question for you guys. Knowing it's probably going to come in around 34-ish million per year, that maybe the years aren't yet known yet, but Dak's team might want more, but to a longer period of time. Pick the exact date that Dak Prescott gets his deal. If you can do it, I will be impressed. If you even get the week right, I'll be impressed. Because frankly, I don't know. I don't know when this deal ends up getting done for the Dallas Cowboys and Dak Prescott. I do think it gets done. John says the bye week. I just don't know when it ends up happening. All right, guys, today's show is brought to you by BetDSI. Head over to chatsports.com/bet. Use promo code Cowboys120 for a 120% deposit bonus. What that means is you put down $50, they're going to give you $60 for free. Put down $100, they're going to give you $120. My pro tip last week was bet on the Cowboys to win. My pro tip this week, and oh, by the way, I put this money in before the Sam Darnold news. The lock of the week was the Browns over the Jets, -2.5, which is now very right, but the line, of course, has now gone up. So get in on the action, chatsports.com/bet, promo code Cowboys120. Let's talk about DeMarcus Lawrence, because this whole thing is just stupid. There's no other way about it. So, I'm sure you guys saw it by now. After the Giants game, a young fan in a Giants jersey comes up to Dak and tries to get his autograph. Lawrence says, "You need to get the right jersey, son," which is hilarious, by the way, because it's funny. Also, why would you send your kid up in the wrong jersey? Like, what are you doing? Now, Tank faced a lot of criticism for his comments, which, welcome to the culture I guess we live in. You have to be always super nice, and everyone has to have a trophy and all that jazz. Here's what Tank said. That it's crazy how you fans want to attack me for not signing for a kid. It's more than one kid that comes to the game with a Cowboys jersey and never gets to meet any player. So if I'm honest with my own kids, I will never treat your kid better than mine. So suck it up. Sorry, not sorry. I don't think the tweet really helped the reaction. But here's the thing. Is Lawrence actually all that wrong? Like, is he? I know that we're fans and everything, but here's the thing. The players don't actually owe you anything. Like, they don't have to sign. It's nice of them if they do sign, but they don't have to. You don't have to like them. So Lawrence later apologized, said, "Hey, I didn't mean to hurt your feelings." Then the kid's father steps up. Because when you have a chance to get your 15 minutes of fame, you got to take it, right? He says the NFL needs to sit down with Tank and reprimand him. Which is asinine. No, he doesn't. No, they don't. What are you doing? This is a textbook example, much like the security guard. You have a chance to get your 15 minutes of fame, but you forget to read the room, and you just go full on the other direction to get attention and go, "Oh, wait a minute. Now I look like a jackass." That's what the dad looks like there. And look, maybe this shouldn't surprise us because there's clearly some entitlement going on here with Dad. So I ask you, did Tank really need to apologize? I don't think so at all. Daniel says the kid's father is soft. That's right. Welcome to life, everybody. You don't always get your way. Sometimes people say no to you. The solution there is say, "All right, we'll go on next time." Not, "Mr. Lawrence was very mean to us. He needs to apologize and be reprimanded." No. Hank did need to apologize. Sure, would it have been great if he signed it? Sure, of course. But the expectation that he signs for every single kid, it's that, hey, when the Giants fan walks up to you and tries to get your autograph, tough break there, champ. So, too bad. I'm sure the kid will get some autographs from Giants players. But hey, if you want an autograph from a Cowboys player, maybe don't show up in a Giants jersey. I don't know what the expectation was here. I don't know what they were going for whatsoever. Hey Cowboys fans, thanks for watching the Cowboys Report. If you haven't already, click right here to subscribe to our channel for all the best Cowboys coverage on the internet. That's news, rumors, highlights, mailbags, film studies, and a whole lot more. And I'm making your lives a little bit easier as well with the next Cowboys Report video right here.